Hey, good day, friends. It's Lance Klessing. I'm here today with Rick Clark. We are in the middle. Yes, sir. You
Nice
betcha.
to meet you.
You bet. We're in the middle of our Wisconsin Cover Crop Conference here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It's been a tremendous morning. It's only midday. There's about 400 folks here. And what's been your take? You presented once.
It has been a tremendous turnout of farmers. That's what I love.
Amen.
To see all these farmers come out and maybe take a couple of tidbits home with them today.
Sure.
I love that.
Awesome. And part of the reason we're doing the video is because we're bringing Rick to Minnesota this coming week. We're doing an I90 Soil Health Roadshow, so basically all along Interstate 90. We're going to have you in 5 locations all across next week, the 24th through the 28th of February. But before we talk a little bit about that, tell us a little bit about your farm, where you're from, some of your acres, crops.
I am a 5th generation farmer from Williamsport, Indiana,
Yep.
which is basically a little bit north and straight east of Champaign, Illinois.
Okay.
We farm on both sides of the Indiana-Illinois line.
Sure.
It's a farm that's grown to be about 7,000 acres.
Awesome.
And we care deeply about soil health and human health.
Sure.
And right now the farm is in transition to 100% organic. I couldn't be more excited.
That's tremendous. And tell us a little about the cattle. You have cattle?
We've got cattle. We've got about 100 cows, cow-calf operation.
Sure.
We're actually in the negotiation process right now for bringing some 3 and 4 weights in.
Sure.
Going to pay that owner, that owner will pay us a rate of gain.
Sure, you bet.
And then they will leave the farm.
Yep.
So what's beautiful about that is I can bring them in on May 1st, have them gone by August 1st,
Yep.
and then I can get to my massive warm season cocktail and the cattle are gone.
Beautiful.
So we're going to see how it works. This will be the first year out on that.
Sure.
Plus, we'll have our own cows of the herd in with that system.
That
also.
group. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So as I mentioned, Rick's coming to Minnesota this coming week. I90 Soil Health Roadshow. Tell us a little bit. We're going to focus a lot on profit and a lot on ROI compared to the standard yield is king idea. Tell us a little. Just give us a little taste of what you're going to present on.
Yeah. What we have found through our journey of farming green, and what I mean by that is we're planting our cash crop of corn and soybeans into a living, growing green cover crop.
You bet.
Okay, by letting these cover crops grow further into their growth cycle, they're able to cycle more nutrients throughout their growing season.
Sure.
Well, it just dawned on us that we need to capture what is really being generated by some of these species.
You bet.
And it blew our doors off when we saw how many nutrients were being recycled.
Right.
So now we say to ourselves, let's start pulling those away.
Right.
So now as we pull inputs away, we're finding that our yields are still on an incline.
Right.
So now when you take, it's a win-win-win.
Yep.
And now when you start calculating your ROI, it's mind-boggling because when you take all these inputs away, everyone wants to think it's driven by yield. It's more driven by the reduction of inputs.
Amen.
And we're building soil health all at the same time.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's a beautiful system.
I love it. And you presented on some of that already this morning.
Yeah.
One thing that caught my attention, you talked about changing our systems from bacteria-driven to fungal-driven.
Yes.
And that's a key, that's key.
Yes.
Another thing is also key is changing the way we think. I mean,
Right.
so much of this is we need to unlearn to relearn essentially going forward.
That's right. We don't do anything today that I was taught how to do.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And when I was getting started, it was all about we got to get the corn planted now and don't worry about beans that are a secondary crop.
Yeah.
That's the exact opposite now. We plant all of our beans first
and then the corn.
comes later.
Yeah.
And it works into our system perfectly because I'm waiting for that legume package to maximize what it's going to do to help my corn crop, fixing nitrogen, pulling up K2O, pulling up calcium, all these things that this corn crop needs. It's growing at a geometric pace in the field, so it's perfect to wait till after Mother's Day.
Right.
And that's what we do. We don't plant corn in the region that I'm from until after Mother's Day.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But you've had to change thinking to get there. I mean, that's
right.
been huge and key. So
It's huge.
that's awesome. So folks, I would like to invite you to come join. Rick is going to be
I'm excited.
the keynote speaker, but then at each location, again, there's 5, Albert Lea all across, Stewartville, all across I-90, but there's
Heron,
also going to
right.
be, 2 to 3 local farmers that are on the same regenerative ag path. They're implementing the soil health principles. So I'd encourage you, make a trip out. If you're an hour or two away, it'd be well worth your time to focus in on ROI and profit. And so lastly, I just want to say thanks.
Thank you.
I mean, this has been awesome. A great day. We're looking forward to next week.
I am too.
And folks, choose to make it a great day. Thanks for joining us.